Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Crystal, and today I wanted to talk about my worst reads of 2023. So I had 6 books this year that really disappointed me, and I did not like them at all. First up, this one really it really hurt me, but it was Devil in Disguise by Lisa Kleypas. I was sad that I didn't like it because I'm a huge Lisa Kleypas fan. I've enjoyed all of her other books, but this one I did not like it because it was more instant love, and I didn't feel like we got a lot to go on for the two characters. But I never felt the actual connection. I never felt that they were um, truly in love. It was just more of, oh, you're cute and you're available, so let's strike up this relationship. And even the situations that they found themselves in, I didn't see how it really brought them together. And then the villain, who was supposed to be the villain, honestly played no role whatsoever and could have been completely left out, and it wouldn't have made a difference in this book. So, not a favorite read. It was just a 2-star read for me. Was another author that I love, Julia Quinn, but The Girl with the Make-Believe Husband. This one I didn't like because it was very boring for me. We have the main character. She's searching for her brother who's in the military, and he's basically missing in action. She stumbles across this friend who has amnesia, and she decides to make up this story that she's his wife. It should have been a good book, but I could not get into it. I read the whole book, and it wasn't there for me. I didn't really feel the romance. I didn't feel the situations. It was just overall boring. I had the Book of Azrael. It was the first time reading anything by this author, and this book was very long, and I felt very convoluted. It was an enemies to lovers story, and I wasn't feeling the enemies to lovers in this one. Normally I like that trope. I didn't feel it in this one. The hero was very bland, and I just didn't understand why the heroine fell for him. So that book, another book that was just too long and not believable for me when it came to the relationships. I read Practical Magic. I was disappointed in Practical Magic, the book. I love the movie. It's one of my favorite movies. I watch it every year in October. And the book was not as good as the movie. I very rarely say that, but in this case, I did. I'm saying it. The book focuses mostly on the kids, which I wasn't expecting. I thought it was going to be similar to the book or similar to the movie, but the movie took certain parts of the book and turned it into the movie, and they focused on the adults. Whereas the book mostly focuses on the little girls of Sally's and very minorly focuses on Sally and Jillian's relationship. And I really wanted a Sally-Jillian relationship and how the movie was. So that was a disappointment for me because I didn't really like the focus of the book, and overall there were parts that were boring as well. And I read A Ruin of Roses. I've been trying to read some retellings coming up. I planned on putting out some videos in January for some recommendations, and I thought, ooh, Beauty and the Beast, one of my favorite stories. And I hated this book. It was just smut, smut, smut. There wasn't a plot. There wasn't a story. It was just smut the whole way through. And I'm not here for that. I can read books with some smut, but overall, I need plot. I want a story. I want character development. I want plot development. And there was none of this. And what's sad is the first I think 30 pages maybe. The whole idea of like the curse that's put on the town and that the fact that they're shapeshifters was interesting. So it should have been an interesting book. The groundwork was there and it just went downhill. Nothing good came out of this book, and I will not continue. Apparently, it's like a trilogy. No, thank you. I will not be continuing it at all. And last, my ultimate betrayal, my ultimate book that I hated this year was Iron Flame. I have a whole video on Iron Flame discussing all about it and my disappointment in it. But overall, it suffered from a lack of editing. It needed to be edited correctly, and it was not edited correctly at all. So you had the first part that was very, very boring, very slow setup, and then you had the second half that was very, very fast paced and very interesting. And it just did not come together for me, which was sad because Fourth Wing was one of my favorite books of the year, and it is on my top 10 list for 2023. But Iron Flame, it was my number one worst read, which is kind of sad. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.